Yes, the best place to start is at the top, always at the top. Number one, and it's Aussie Mac Zone. Another week, and welcome everyone. It's the show where we give you a lot of Apple news and some views. And look, I tell you what, I may have had a change of heart on the Apple Watch. I'll watch this space. I'll tell you more. All right, we are brought to you by Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting, and you can find us at athwebhosting.com.au and scopeiteducation.com.au. Thank you very much, you guys down there at Scope. They call them the Scopers. So thanks, Scopers. All right, let's get straight into it, and let's have a chat to Jace. Hi, Jace. How you doing?
Hey, Glenn. Hey, everyone. And I am doing very well.
Excellent, excellent. What's been going on? I sort of missed a week, don't I? And I sort of missed the momentum. Anything exciting?
Oh, you have. You might be able to keep us on track this week. I think we went off on a few tangents last week, didn't we, Michael?
Yes, we did, mate. We did, but we enjoyed ourselves.
Absolutely, and that's the important thing.
I did see that the show went for a good hearty 40 minutes. I think I got about 20 minutes through, and then I think something. It stopped.
Then you lost interest when we went off in one of those tangents.
No, the browser. I closed the browser accidentally, and I never got back to it. All right, and Michael, how you doing?
We're rocking, thanks, mate. It's good to be here.
Good stuff. Firing on all four cylinders.
Yes.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah, not bad for a 6-cylinder car.
Yeah, excellent. How's your shoulder going, anyway?
My shoulder's crap.
So no, there's no improvement. Because I think you said before that you will not get any improvement.
Oh yeah, well it's just still.
Yeah.
It'll never be 100%.
Oh,
just
that's
like
rubbish.
me.
That's rubbish. Maybe
Just an old fart.
well, you know, it's been rumoured that Apple's got all these little secret projects. They're hiring people, and they hire all the people from the Googles and the Blackberries and everywhere, and these people never seen again. So either Apple is cryogenically freezing them, or they're working on secret products. What is going on? But maybe they might be working on a bionic arm, and that's just for Michael. He's put his request in.
That's right, I have.
You might be onto something there. You might be able to get something soon, maybe for Christmas. All right. Well, talking about what's changing around there in Apple's, everyone's been to an Apple store, I would imagine. Anyone that lives near one anyway. Well, what about they're changing the look? So apparently they're, I don't know, Johnny Ives, he's had enough of the silver walls or whatever, the Genius Bar, the blue shirts, maybe they're on the chopping block. But this story goes, apparently he's interviewed in the New Yorker this week. So if anyone's interested in reading more about that interview with old Johnny Ive, go and have a look at that New Yorker. So he's working on a revamp of the Apple stores, the retail locations. He's reportedly working with Apple retail head Angela Hadrance or Harance or something, who the company hired from Blueberry. Never heard of him.
Burberry.
Must be good. None of those Chinese ones, I hope. The piece it makes it sound like the updated stores will have more of a luxury-minded design. The stores will have a more of a luxury-minded design, breaking from the ultra minimal aesthetic employed today. So you go and it's all clean. It's the wood, it's the silver, and So it's going to be more luxury. Maybe a splash of gold, something like that. Who knows? So these new spaces will surely become a more natural setting for the vitrines. What's that word? What's that word? Does anyone? I need a dictionary. I don't know what that word is.
I think it's basically the display case that's going to be holding the Apple Watches. So where we're talking about them putting safes in the stores, that's not a matter of just the old grey Chubb safe out the back. It's actually probably a beautifully crafted unit that has a display case at the top to show the watches and storage underneath. Because I guess if these things are gold and solid gold as rumoured, they're going to be 5,000-10,000 a go. So they're going to have to keep them locked away from temptation, I guess.
Yeah, because I think it was the other week, wasn't it? I think you, Jace, you brought up the story about that they're going to have scales when the watches come out, and to weigh them so that no one buys a watch, shaves a few millimeters of gold off.
That's right,
and then brings it back. Yeah, geez, but it's only a tiny tidbit from an absolutely massive piece that corners all of Ive's career and life. So that's the interview. So it must go pretty deep into it. So all the Johnny Ive fans out there, go and grab a look at that.
And for those playing at home, a vitrine is a glass display case. They probably could have just said that, I think. Someone's been using their thesaurus.
That's why they're paid as a writer.
That's right.
Yes. A vitrine or vitran. It sounds like latrine or something. But did you know that this little snippet from the article? Did you know that Johnny Ive had input into many shapes and things in this world, including the 3-prong lightsaber seen in the Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer? There you go. He's everywhere.
What can't he do?
What can't he do exactly?
He's everywhere.
Yeah, so it's also along with his thoughts of the modern state of car design. Now, do we have that? Do we have a story about the car coming up?
We did last week, and I don't think too much more has come of it, other than it's something Apple may be looking at. But I guess if Johnny Ive's involved, it will probably be a unibody single piece of aluminium and beautifully crafted, wouldn't we expect?
Just like the boat.
Ah, yes, the boat.
Did he design the boat?
No.
No.
The French guy that built it was part of the design crew for that.
Oh, okay. What was Jobsy thinking? All right. So, what do we think about the stores? Like, I didn't. I was only in the Apple store just the other day. I'll tell you why. I think when was I was in there? I don't know. Last week. My phone, for some reason, I've got an iPhone 5, wasn't charging from flat on power. And so I thought, well, this is a bit strange because I was away and it went flat. I didn't tell this story, did I? I don't
No.
No? Okay. So I just getting visions of, I don't know, replays.
Deja vu.
Yeah. So anyway, the phone wasn't charging. So I thought, oh, this is crap. It's broken. The battery's just kicked on. But anyway, so I thought, oh, look, I'll just try it in the computer. So I USB'd it into my little laptop while I was away. And sure enough, overnight, she charged. And so I seem to have this problem with charging on the power, and especially from dead flat. So I took it over there, and the guy, the little genius, he disappears out the silver door in the back of the shop. I'd like to see what's out there. Is it all silver out there, or is it just, is it all just industrial, just McDonald's wrappers all over the floor? What's out there? I want to see. I was sort of, like when he opened up the door, I sort of crooking my neck around, trying to have a look what was out there. But so anyway, what he did, and all for free, which you got to be happy with. He went out and he said, sometimes lint gets into the charging socket. And I thought, oh, that's fair enough, because there's a lot of lint in my pockets. And, so I thought, so he cleaned all that out, but I still got a little bit of the issue. But he also told me that you don't let the phone run dead flat. He said because it's only got so many limited cycles from dead, and that's what happens to the battery. So that's why he said you have the warning, the 20% warning. He said when you get to that warning, plug it in.
Plug it in.
Plug it in.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's 100% accurate, but that'll do.
Oh, I heard you sighing then when I was saying that. I heard Michael going, oh. Well, that's what I was told, so I don't know. I don't really care too much.
But he was a genius, so you have to believe him.
Well, you
That's
do.
right.
What the qualifications, Michael, for a genius, to work as a genius?
Yeah, good communication skills, good client skills, and you still got to do all your exams.
Oh, right. Really?
An Apple Tech, so to be an Apple Tech, there's a minimum 2 exams.
Right.
One on hardware and one on software. And then there's an exam for every piece of hardware they release that year to keep you up to date.
Right. Okay. So there's a bit of study involved. Yeah. Okay. Because I asked him another question, and this is where I think I did myself in. He sort of just brushed me. I forget what the question was. Oh, that's right. I said, oh, look, I've got a small SSD in my machine. It's a Windows machine. And I mentioned Windows, and he goes, blah, 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 I don't know.
We're out of here.
Yeah,
Excuse me, sir. I'll have to ask you to leave the store now.
Yes, your time is up. Is it not? So, because I've had trouble getting... Because I've got a small main drive. All I want to do is all the backups, I want them to go to another drive. I can't do it. I know, Michael, I've asked you. I've followed that JBOD or J thing, whatever it was, those instructions. No, can't do
Works
it.
perfect.
Have you done it?
Not on a Windows machine.
Oh, well, there you go.
But there's a little story coming up about me and Windows at the moment. So
All right, well, just to finish off then on my little hassle and getting booted out of the Apple Store, was I said I mentioned that, and he just goes, no, your time's up, Sunshine, get out. And so what I've decided, he actually made money out of me, because what I've decided, I'm going to spend $12 a year or whatever it is, and just increase my iCloud. So I want to get all the backups to go only to the iCloud, because I'm sick of going through my Drive C and deleting all these backups. I'm thinking one day I'm going to need one of those. So that's what I'm going to do. iCloud's the way. Is that how you guys do it? Jace, is that how you do it?
I still do it on my iMac, but it's probably easier on just to do on the phone. You can, as you say, buy the extra storage, set and forget, and you just know that it's always done.
Yeah, because it's not that expensive, is it?
I don't know. What's $12 get you?
What? Well, exactly. Like I thought it was like 99 cents a month.
Yeah, but for how much?
20 gig or something.
Yeah, and how big's your phone?
Oh, well, I'm not going to use all of it, hopefully. 32 gig.
The defence rest, Your Honour. While you're on holidays, taking all of those photos?
Yeah, well, see, I don't want the photos up there, because I'll sort of take the photos off myself. So I'm pretty happy with the photos not to sync up there straight away. But well, I've just typed in iCloud, but I can't actually, doesn't tell me any prices. That's probably not where I'm looking.
I had the US prices. It's probably 20 gig is around $1.
Yeah, well, I clicked on I loaded up iCloud.com, but I'm obviously in the wrong place.
20 gig costs $1.29 per month. 200 gig costs $4.99 per month.
Geez, that's all right.
500 gig $12.99.
What's the one up from?
That's fine for the next
$24.99 per month.
Yeah.
It's probably getting a little bit pricey.
What's the next one up from the 20?
20
gig?
is 200 for $5 a month.
$60 a year. That's all right. You could probably live with that. I'd say. Yeah, so that's what I decided I'm going to do, because I'm just so sick of the drive running out of space. You know, I'm over it. I can't believe why it's so hard, but anyway, it is. All right. Next story. Who we got here? Jace. What have you been digging your hands into?
Apple Watches. So what's been happening? Where are they? What's going on with them? So a few stories have come out, and I guess this is usual before we're coming up for launch. All the little juicy bits of gossip are coming, and the original Apple Watch health features have been dropped due to consistency features, has been reported. And I guess if we remember back to the launch, we were hearing about all sorts of things that, there were sensors to measure conductivity of the skin, allowing the device to detect stress levels, and EKGs, so heart monitoring, similar to a electrocardiogram, and other funky things, is detecting how much oxygen's in the blood. And it's been reported that due to a mix of consistency problems and potential oversight, Apple's, I guess, had to drop some of these and switch the focus of the device being a purely health-related one to a general do-everything product. And that's not to say these things won't be added back in, but I guess as the time comes close to launch, they want everything 100%.
Yeah.
And I guess a little bit like when we first saw the iPhone and a lot of products, they'll add it back in over time as I guess they can get on top of what's been causing the issues with these things working consistently.
Well, that's sort of, I was getting all excited about the Apple Watch, but up now, I don't know. I've changed my mind just in 15 minutes, because I'm sitting there, I was watching an ad on the TV for the Fitbit, and I think, they're, what, a couple $100? I thought, you know what, if the Apple Watch does the same thing, I think I might put another 100 to it and get the Apple Watch when it comes out. But I don't know, if they're going to drop all the health things, I
think they'll do the health things. Look, my understanding is it's going to do at least as much as what the Fitbit does. It was really the stuff that was above and over the top, and arguably, whilst it has a coolness factor, your blood oxygen levels and that, I don't know how much value you get out of that, as opposed to the key things are still going to be there, around heart rate and that type of stuff, that the Fitbit and all other bits and pieces do.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be good if it had like a little prick or something that pricked your skin and it could tell Who's laughing? And and you could tell you what your blood sugar was and all that sort of stuff. Or maybe they can do it through sweat. I don't know. But
There has been discussion around that, hasn't it? So I guess there's also the relation with third-party devices that will come out around the health kit framework. So again, I think we need to see the watch, see what it does, see how it can interface, and then we're going to have both the app and software developers as well as the third-party component manufacturers who do those accessories jumping on board to deliver their goodies.
Do it, yes. Now, who's is that you, Michael, highlighting?
Oh, that was me probably playing around.
Okay.
There was a... there was a product released this week that goes with your phone, plugs into the earphone socket. I believe you put some blood on it, and after 15 minutes, it tells you whether you got AIDS or syphilis.
Oh, really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, maybe. So they tend to give it to nurses that go out to home places and stuff like that in the States. That's where it's just been developed. An example,
What they need is one that you can stick a raspberry on and tell you whether you're going to get HEPA or not.
That's what I was just going to say. Yeah, free watch with every packet of Nana's Heppo berries.
You jab it into the packets of raspberries in the supermarket to see if they're infected.
Yeah, isn't that disgraceful? That is terrible.
That's right.
Because I realised today, we realised that we've eaten some of these berries, and now we're going, well, what's going on? We're looking up symptoms of all this hepatitis rubbish.
Yeah, it's not good, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. So we've pulled everything out of the freezer, and from now on, we're finding out where things are made, and we're going to go buy some Dick Smith foods, I think, after watching the current affairs.
Good old Dick.
Yeah, we'll go and buy some of his food. It's only 50 cents dearer, so who cares? Right. All right. Any more input on the watch story?
Just another story that's been reported, a little bit of info that Apple's helping developers finalise watch apps at Cupertino headquarters. So reportedly, Apple's invited third-party developers to its headquarters to allow them to test and finalise apps for the iWatch according to 9 to 5 Mac. So obviously, coming to launch and again around quality, Apple would want some good apps at launch time, and I guess ensuring a good user experience for those of us who are rushing out to buy the watch to make sure there's I guess a good foundation of quality apps available. So they're saying, sorry, Michael.
Oh, and that stops the watch going off site, doesn't it? Like giving it to someone and then they leave it in the bar instead of an Apple employee leaves it in the bar or whatever. So it just gives them a bit more control.
Yeah. So look. So I was just going to say, look, at the end of the day, I think I was going to buy the Fitbit. I'm going to wait. I'll wait and see what the Apple Watch does, and then I'll make a choice then.
Well, those Fitbits are going to be recalled again.
Really?
They're people are getting rashes and stuff again. Them. Yeah.
That was over 12 months
apparently.
Last time. Oh.
Is that because of the metals in the band or on the back of the watch or something?
Or it's something to do with the adhesive. Yeah. But they're saying, but don't, maybe because you're wearing it too much. Oh. And it's designed to be worn 7 days a week. The battery lasts for 7 days. Or maybe you're sweating too much. It's a fitness thing. Yeah. You've got to sweat.
Well, I remember I had a Rip Curl watch, and the back of it started to corrode, and it was sort of, bubbling my skin under it. Not that probably sounds real bad, but I just wasn't working on my skin too good, and because the back of it bubbled, I sent it back and they said, no dramas, it's just the chemicals in your skin just react to the back of the watch, we'll just send you another one. It's just depends on the batch, the composition of them, but I mean, watches have been around for 100 years. You think they bloody have sorted that out? Backs of watches.
That's why they make them out of stainless steel, glass, gold.
I think Fitbit's got a bit to answer for. Well, they coming from China. Oh, they are, yes. Okay.
Maybe they're out of raspberries.
Oh, look, you try and be healthy, and look what you get.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, what's this one here? Michael?
Yes. What are you up to? I got introduced to something the other day, which is the Apple Compass app. I don't know whether you guys are aware of it, but then
I've seen that.
Yeah, and then you just swipe to the left, and it gives you if you're holding it flat like it's laying on a table, it gives you a couple of circles. Now, I'm just going to move my camera here for a minute so people can see it. I'll just get it lined up.
Oh, yes.
And then you just move it around. And as you line them up, line it up. If I can get it right, it'll go. But you've got to be very precise. And
Yes.
it will eventually go to, if I can do it, I must have had a few drinks already.
You might need two hands. Oh, I saw a 0.
Didn't stay there long enough.
Yeah, it goes. There you
it is.
go.
There you go. You've done it.
Yeah.
And what does that do?
So you try doing that after you've had a few drinks.
Bit hard, is it?
But it's also that's working as a level. You can also sit it on its side this way. Just get it back in there, and it'll work as a level, and it'll also work as a level this way as well as this way. Like,
oh, yes.
X, Y, and Z planes.
yes, all in one go. So
Listen to Mr. Geometric over there.
So yeah, I've had a couple of level apps on my phone, but I can get rid of them now because Apple have taken them over. So,
Excellent.
but you just try doing that after you've had a few drinks. Try and get those circles to
align.
line up.
Yeah, okay. I'll have a shot. But isn't it good? Yeah, sorry, Jace, you going to say something?
No.
Sorry. Yeah, isn't it good when the Apple, they bring out the app that you can say, oh, geez, I can get rid of the 2 of those other apps now. 2 of those other third-party ones. Get out. Yeah, you also, if you like listening to us, you might also like listening to Aussie Tech Heads. Also, weekly produced podcast, also available on the iTunes, so go and jump on that. You can do the Facebook page, facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads, or youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads. On Facebook, you'll get free apps most days that normally you pay for, but for 24 hours, certain apps go free, and we try and dig out the most interesting ones and stick them on the Facebook page for you. And also our sponsors, Scope IT Education. Now, listen, you would have heard the guys talk about it last week and probably us the week before. Mainly, it's a business opportunity if you think you want to help kiddies learn code, and this is just primary school kids. If you think you've got a hankering to do that and you want to make a bit of money at the same time, give these guys a call. You could do creative. Some of the core structures are all around creative coding, bits and bytes, and digital living. Like there's room there. Like you can bring in a 3D printer and show the kiddies how that all works, and just get them really going. They teach computer software, website, and application design. Sounds all crazy hard stuff, but it's not. It's not. And you get all the instructions. You don't have to be a coder yourself if you want to teach this on. They have a syllabus system from kindergarten all the way through to year 12. So teaching the necessary background skills and helping children think about their own thoughts and design processes. And look, it also gets them to think logically as well, improve their maths, and they'll want to learn maths and want to learn logic and all this sort of stuff. So I reckon it's great. So build bits and bytes, design, build and create projects that might get the opportunity to take home and keep. They can combine the hardware they build with software and coding they write to make some truly fantastic projects. The kids make their iPhone apps or whatever. They come to completion. They're up on the iTunes store for everyone to download. So it's really good. It's really good. If you have a look, if you think you might be interested in something like that as a business, or just to ask your school about, is there anyone doing it in my school? Go on chat to scopeiteducation.com.au, and we thank them for their help across the Aussie Tech Ed, Aussie Mac Zone network. So thank you, Scopers. All right.
And yes. Glenn, just see this week that Apple have reportedly been signing on extra staff and bringing them over from places like Tesla and stuff, and been getting a $250,000 sign-on fee.
Nice. Nice.
So it pays to be a coder if you...
Yeah. Well, they mustn't know I'm available.
No, they obviously haven't caught on yet.
No.
Or they figure that you're worth more than that and they can't afford you.
That'd be it. That's it. You got it in one. I'll have to talk to Tim Cook.
Yes.
Yeah,
set him straight.
What can't I get into the New Yorker or something? Anyway. Now, look, we all like stuff for free. Apple offers free iWork for iCloud to all Windows users. So if you're like me, who's I do have a Mac. I've got a little Mac Mini And this is what is my voice, and our voices are being recorded on right now. So that's what the Mac Mini is used for. But mainly my day-to-day is a Windows, because most of the people that I see do have Windows. But Apple has opened the beta of its iWork for iCloud application to Windows users, letting people without an iOS device or a Mac create an Apple ID to access the web apps. Now, apparently, you could only use the iCloud if you had an Apple ID, but now, just open slather, whatever you want. So apparently now, consumers who own a PC, but also say an iPhone had yep. So, yeah, if you want to use the iCloud on Apple, go and do it. It's free. You only get 1 gig of online space, though, before you have to pay more. So if that interests anyone, might do. I don't know. So I'm guessing then you'd be able to, so iCloud, so you'd put something in iCloud on Windows, that'd share across if you were on the Mac, wouldn't it, Michael?
Yeah.
So it's iCloud's iCloud.
Yeah, cross-platform, across devices, so it could be handy if you're moving between, different devices and out on the road. You can start writing somewhere and pick it up when you next move on.
Yeah. Well, this is what we're using to do the show as well. We're using the iCloud Keynote. So Michael puts it together, shares it around, and that's how I could see someone highlighting before. And I'm going, someone wants to say something. So that's what it looks like. It's still in beta for Windows users. It's not. You guys aren't beta, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still as well.
Still beta. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So, but it's all right. It's iCloud Keynote, and what the others are there too? Are they the spreadsheet and the word processor?
Yeah. Yep.
They're all there.
And I was actually editing our notes tonight on my phone when I first started doing this week's edit. Nice. I was using my phone, sitting in the car waiting to pick up my wife.
Oh yeah,
so,
nice.
Yeah,
excellent. So get involved in that. That looks pretty good. All right, James.
And that's got to be a pretty direct hit on Microsoft, doesn't it? And Google.
Well, yes, I know it would be. I think Google. Would you say Google probably had the little market there for all the free users?
Yeah.
Well, they did. They were first to market because Microsoft, came in and with Office 365, which was a few years after, and again the early on attempts with that were fairly ugly, where it was essentially the word Excel, that we all know that they shoehorned into a cloud type service, but that's got pretty good now. And look, Apple's iWork stuff's come the same way that it was, on Mac apps, that they are shoehorning into iCloud, and that's still something that's improving as well. Apple traditionally hasn't had a lot of luck with cloud type services, and one hopes that it is improving over time. Especially with the ability to, I guess, not just have the thing in the cloud and be able to get to it on different platforms, but, with the handover stuff that literally, if I'm sitting here updating Keynote on my Mac and I bring it up on my iPhone, it swings, straight over to where I was. So where I've played with it, I haven't used it a lot. So it seems reasonably okay. But I think, your experience may vary sort of according to, other podcasts, etc., where people are talking about it. But Apple seem to be getting better at doing this stuff.
Yeah, so I think it just says here that it's for Windows only is the 1 gig of storage. But I mean, I would say that the market here, I don't think people are going to jump in like newbies and go, I want an online cloud Office. I don't know if they're going to, and they're on a Windows machine, I don't think they're going to be choosing iCloud. I think that this is probably going to be for like you guys. Then you've got your iCloud and you're happy doing that at home and whatever. You go to work, you might have a Windows machine at work, and this just opens up the possibility of you to, work on your stuff in your iCloud. So,
or maybe, a little bit like back in the days with the iPod when it first came out. It was for Apple only, and iTunes then came out for Windows to allow people obviously to work with the predominant operating system out there.
Yeah. Given
the amount of iPhones that are being sold, there's naturally a lot of Windows users, like yourself, Glenn, that actually have a iPhone rather than
Android.
Does anyone have a Windows phone?
No. No.
A little bit of news from our friends over in China, causing Apple some roadblocks around Apple Pay, and something we're still yet to see here as well. Given the number of iPhones, I guess that have sold over in China, where we saw the 70-odd million phones for that last quarter, a lot of that was due to them being sold in China. So obviously, getting on board with Apple Pay over there is going to be of interest to Apple. But funnily enough, there's a little bit of reluctance there with China, I guess, maybe not so happy to bring things on board. And the regulators are having a look at what needs to be done to gain approval for service. So I'm not sure what that means. Maybe they need to be paid a little bit more, or maybe they want to have some monitoring in there, because they do like to keep an eye on what's happening. But talks have stalled apparently. They're a little bit wary of Apple Pay.
Yeah.
So
they probably
not
think
sure what's happening there.
The Yankees have put some code into the back end. How dare they? Who would do that? The Chinese would never do that. Why? Well, geez, that's probably why. All right, yeah. So I read an article as well that Apple Pay might not be working as well as it should be as well. But I don't know. I suppose everything's got to get ironed out, all the little kinks, hasn't it?
Yeah, we're still yet to see it. So I guess it would be nice to try it for ourselves. Hopefully not.
Yeah,
in the not too distant future.
That's right. Okie doke. What's this one, Michael? Spending several weeks. Oh, you've been on a Windows machine. Oh,
over the dark side.
Oh, the dark side.
Is that why you haven't been answering?
I've been spending a while now working in the Windows area, and this is me working directly in the Windows area, not trying to repair someone's machine or that sort of story. Yep. So I've spent it's taken about 6 weeks for me to get back on board correctly. So it's a Windows, Citrix, Cisco, and Outlooks. All of these sort of have been an issue.
Right.
So I'd like to apologise for the IT industry. Because first I started blaming Windows.
Yes.
And then I was blaming the applications that can't work together as advertised.
Right.
But now I've come to the conclusion it must be us, the IT industry, scared about our future. So
right.
So because I've been around Macs for a long time, and when Macs were first trying to get in the enterprise, I thought it was just those IT support bosses not wanting to lose their jobs. They were worried because they appear to just work. And
yes.
But now there's their staff, there's the program coders, and there's other people along the way that are there. I can't believe how hard it is to get stuff to work properly.
So what's been your main issue here? Like, you've got Windows. What's wrong with Outlook? That'll work together with Windows. That's from the same company.
No, because then you get a profile that's not working properly, and then you got to use a temporary profile that appears to be working properly on one machine but won't work on another one at all.
You mean an email profile?
Well, no, because you have a thing called an Outlook profile on the machine. Now these are on remote desktop machines,
right?
That I'm going into. So there's VPN issues, or there's and if you've got the VPN running,
yeah.
So I'll be working away, just an example here at home, with the VPN running, means I can't print locally. I've got to wait. I do all my printing, goes into my printer, like it normally would, and then as soon as I turn the VPN off, it starts spitting pages out of my printer.
Yeah, right.
And just all these things just have added up and added up and added up and added up. And even now, I'm actually connected up. I'll be working away, and it'll say, "Oh, sorry, this machine's unavailable. Try again in 5 minutes' time." And I'm actually connected.
Maybe you should be using like TeamViewer or something. That would make life easier.
No, but it's not for support issue. This is me working on my remote desktop machine within this company that I'm working with.
But can't you TeamView into it anyway as well, also? And then just...
No, well, it's got to go through all this VPN crap.
Yeah.
So I just don't... You're
just pulling your hair
out.
On
me, I'm just used to stuff working. So I'd just like to apologise for the whole
industry.
Well, yes.
Well, look, it is hard, isn't it? Because I think with Windows, you've got so many different types of technology trying to work together, and from different companies, different ways of coding, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Different versions of Windows, all this sort of stuff. So, okay,
but
apology accepted. So next time I have a problem, I'm going to go.
Mac.
Oh, go and see that Michael. He's apologised. It's his problem. All right. Now look, I think we've lost Jace there. I'm going to try and bring him back into the call. That's that little hang up thing everyone just heard. So let's see if we can get him back.
I can hear you guys.
Oh, here he comes.
I've just lost video.
Is that what happened?
Not sure what's going on.
All right. Well, we're near the end. What else have we got? Nothing. Not much.
So, yeah. Well, cool. It's just the next slide, mate. Go to the next slide for me first.
Okay. Blah blah blah. Windows. Oh yes. I saw that. I should have brought this up earlier, just so everyone was across it. But don't forget the Aussie Tech Radio. Yay! Now where?
Keep going. On the bottom of that slide. Also.
Oh well, let's do the bottom. Let's do the also first, so everyone can get into this. You tell them, Michael, because it looks like your news.
Yeah. So, Macworld are putting out a 30-year reunion book, which is to do with Macs in Australia and Apple in Australia.
Yes.
And so we're getting one of those, and we will be giving it away. They're coming out in about April.
Sweet.
So we'll work out some sort of competition where we'll give one away to one of our listeners. Or viewers, of course. We're not just restricting it. But looking forward to it, yeah.
Yeah, nice. So the 30-year reunion book. So why a reunion? Is it like why? Yeah,
that's what they've called it. I don't know. I just know that they're putting this book together. It's a coffee table type book,
right?
You know?
Yeah, nice.
Of the Macs in Australia. So
excellent. Oh, that'd be a very interesting little read, wouldn't it? Interesting.
I hope so. Like I've actually had articles in Macworld a long time ago, as I was telling the people. My last article was about the Newton.
Right.
So, just to give you an idea.
So now we know who to blame.
He's just apologised.
That's right. Yes.
He's right. He's all right now. He's got the sins lifted from his shoulders. He's ready to tackle that window VPN again tomorrow.
It just makes me cry.
Oh, I cry every day. Don't worry. All right, so that's all. That looks great. I can't wait to even have a look at that. So, Macworld. I want a hardcover, softcover.
Hardcover coffee table book.
Excellent.
So,
very
good.
Nice. Oh, well, stay tuned. That's going to be excellent. All right. And don't forget the AussieTechRadio.com, AussieTechRadio.com, 24/7, back-to-back tech podcasts. So if you're into the tech podcast, the shows renew every Friday. So what that means is that all the shows, the latest episode is uploaded every week on a Friday. So there's always new content, say from Friday, but you can log in whenever you want, and you'll probably just get a different show every time you log in, and you can listen to that. If you like the show, go to their website and download, subscribe to the RSS feed, and do what you have to do to get it.
Look, I've just put down, before we started our show tonight, I just put downstairs a docking speaker system to take into the school that I'm at, so that I can listen to the radio on better sound than just coming out of the iPhone speaker.
Nice. Nice.
So yeah, just because they're worth listening to. There's interesting little tidbits there along the way.
Yeah, well, it's not just Apple's news. It's just more of a broad range. There's an Android show. There's a tech webcast. They have someone on each week, so that's always good to listen to. Just some great little mix of shows from Australia and New Zealand. So there's a couple of Kiwi shows in there as well. So yeah, it's really good. All right, cricket's on. So let's all go the Aussies in the cricket. Footy starts soon. We're all getting excited about it.
Absolutely, it's all happening.
It is all happening, Mr. Circlehead. We've lost you.
Yeah, Skype's not playing nice tonight, is it?
No, we've lost you. All right, well, that might be a opportune moment to bid you good night, Jace.
Absolutely. Good night, all, and we will be back again next week.
You will be. Yes, you will.
Well, you won't be, but Michael and I will be.
Yes, that's exactly right. So
the men will be back next week, Jace. We'll be right.
Or with some proper content. All right, thanks, Michael. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, man.
We'll see you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. We'll see everyone the next time we meet. Don't forget, thanks to athwebhosting.com.au and scopeiteducation.com.au. That's it. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.